Yeah, hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Yeah, Vishal. Vishal, where is Venki?
Yes, sir. Hello, good morning. Good
Where?
afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Where is Venki? Yeah, he's here now.
Wait, sir. I will ping her.
He's here. Hi, Venkatesh.
Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
Venkatesh. Yes.
Let's
Okay.
wait for a couple of minutes so that some more people can join. We'll start.
Sorry?
Let's wait for 2 or 3 minutes. Then we will start.
Okay, okay. Is my voice is clear, right?
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, thank you.
Abhishek, sir.
Uh, yes, Manish, sir.
Yeah, let's start. I think you should start
Yes,
now.
yes, yes. We can start. Yeah.
Yeah, and give access to Venkatesh.
Okay, okay. I'm giving it.
I presenter.
You have that already.
Venkatesh, you can share your screen and start.
Sure, sure. Let me share my screen. Yeah, you guys are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Here it is. So actually today we are giving a demo on uh, yeah, book review application, which is a three-tier application on Azure. Okay. Now, for initial, we have to start with um, the VNet groups, like resource groups initially. So we can create a resource groups for this project. Like this is the resource group. So creating a new resource group for this. This account is not free. It is pay as you go. I have updated this payment subscription for this, so I'm considering everything is working in my account. Okay, book review. I'll name it as book review resource group in Central India, and we'll have this resource group as source name book review. Okay, after validation, we can create this. And we have created the book review resource group. And inside this resource group, we can create a VNet, like it is it is in AWS. It is like a virtual net, VPC. So we are it is a VNet virtual network. So in this VNet, we are creating the VNet for this resource group. It is like a privacy network, virtual network. Privacy. So under this resource group, I'm creating a VNet, book review VNet. Under the same central India region, I'm not getting into the security level for this. And in the IP address level, we are giving the subnets for total six subnets. One is we are using three tier, right? So in three tier we are using web applications for zone one and zone two, app applications zone one and zone two, and the DB for the same. So we are getting total six subnets here. So we will just initially we have to remove this default, and we will make sure that under which what are the range for this VNet. So in our course we have a table called IP calculation table sheet. So I'm getting in this is as a reference. So I'm taking this VNet within this range. So this is the range which I'm taking. Okay. We will get only 4,996 addresses for this. And inside this, we will add the subnets one by one. So first one, we will create a web subnet, which is a public subnet. Web public subnet one. And here the IP range is whatever the calculation it is. Here it is. We will get the total for this subnet. We will get 512 as IP addresses, and add it. The same way we have to create total file web public subnet to the same IP calculation range is this. add this as well. Now we have created public subnets. Now go with the private, which is a app, right? App private subnet, and the IPs are add it. App private subnet to your, yes, add it. And we have created the application private subnet. Now we have to do the same with the DB private subnet. DB private subnet. Here it is. DB private subnet to. Okay. So we have created total 6 subnets for each type in multiple zones. So we have to click on next and review and create. Okay, this will create the virtual VNet and the private subnets as well. Total 6. So review is under. So now it's created. So we can see this book review VNet. Here we can see the subnets. Total created 6 subnets. So after this, we need to create the energy network security groups for three network security groups, which is the one is for a web application, which is a public for URLs, and this second one is the app application, which is a private, and third one is DB database. Now we will create the network security groups. Here we can create this network security group under book review resource groups. Here first we will create the web energy under same region, Central India. So network review and create it. So yes, yeah. Once we created this web network security group, then we have to add for it is a web, right? So web we need to add it public access like HTTP. So here inbound rules we need to add a rule with first initially this is a web, right? Web application. So we have to make sure that we need to deploy everything by using SSH. So I will give the SSH permission. But best practices, we can give our IP address, public our mission IP, but I will take it as a learning purpose. So I have given any. So I will make sure that allow SSH description, and I will add it here. And also I will create one more security group, which is one more rule, which is HTTP to access publicly. So we can give this HTTP and for VM virtual machines. So this is what we have created for web security groups, which we need to attach to the virtual machine, public virtual machine. Now we have to create the app app energy. Create under same resource group app energy. How can I okay, review and create. The same way we need to add the app network security groups inbound rules. For this, I have created. I need to get into the inbound rules. This is like app network security group, which is a private subnet. So I will add it this, which is private, right? Now it has to be only one port. It has to allow from uh, private public subnets. This is what public subnets are. Okay, so we will give custom IP and 3311 in source I in resources IP address. There we have to give the public IP address, which we have taken here, public subnets with comma separated, which will allow from public subnets. So what are the resources available? It will connect to the app network security group. This will allow internally, allow app VMs. And if you want, we can create a Bastion model to log into these servers. We can use Bastion also, like from the SSH to only public subnet. I will check only one source. Resource SSH only. Okay, this will give us rules. Now, for this app security group, we need to associate the subnet, which is a private subnet one, and also private subnet two as well. The same way for the web energy also. The same way for web energy, we have to associate the subnets for the public for this public subnet one and public subnet two. Okay, and finally we have to create the one more energy for database, which is for allowing the database level. On the previous DV energy, the same region, review and create it. Here we are using the code 3302 database server. Okay, database energy is created. Now we have to make sure that allow the inbound rules from public private. This is private subnets. From private subnets to the this port, MySQL port. Okay, add one more rule from here to IP address port. These private subnets are this one from app to MySQL database. This is MySQL, not MS SQL. It's a MySQL. You should consider MySQL. Okay, this is done. After this, we have to and we need to associate the subnets as well for the database network security group. This is DB private subnet one and also DB subnet 2. Okay, and after that we need to create. We have created all these VNets, security groups subnets, created energy for after energy created, verified everything. So we have to verify everything once it's done. Okay, here we can see the resource groups, under which resource groups we have created. We can see that under book review resource groups, we can verify everything, what are all created. One is a VNet, which we have created, and these are the energies which we have created under the book review security group. Now we have go with the load balancers. So we need to create a load balancer for it, public load balancer. Here, so go on search on load balancer and create a load balancer, standard load balancer I'm taking. Here under book review resource group, we can name it as we need total two load balancers. One is a public load balancer, second one is internal load balancer. Now I am using public load balancer. Public load balancer. Okay, under the central region, and which is a standard SPU, it is a public load balancer. So we have to type it as public, not internally, which is a public uh, load balancer, and go to the front end loop. Here we can create a front end IP configuration where uh, on which is we need to create a public IP with it here. So you can create for it load public IP, public IP, which is a Microsoft net, and save it. So it will be automatically created the public IP. That normal gateway is none, and you can save it here. It will give you this one backend loop, and go to the backend loops. Backend loops we don't have right now. VMs, so we can make it some after some time, or else we can just create the backend loop. Here we need to add the resources. As of now, we don't have. We will create virtual machines and then after later we can add it here and go to the inbound rules for load balancing rule. We should give this. These are the rules where from which servers it has to trigger and from backend for front end. So we need to get into this load, load balance rule. For this one, front end IP configuration, second backend is web end. Whatever the servers we are getting into TCP, and this port is a web, right? So we can give it as 80. Backend is also as 80. And the health probe, we need to check the health of the VMs. So we have to create this health probe as well. Mm, health probe, web. Make sure as everything is default 8084. So it will once we created this, it will be automatically created the health probe. And the section is done. Ideal time is 4 minutes. And here we need to enable TCP, I believe. Health probe session none. Okay, everything is okay. Once we have done it, go to the outbound roles. Outbound roles we can make it default and review and create it. Create the load balancer. This is creating the public load balancer. After that, we need to create a internal load balancer as well. Okay, now public load balancer is created. Now we need to create internal load balancer as well. So under the same resource group, we have to create a load balancer, which is a internal. We have to enable this internal type. So and go with the front end area. Front end IP configurations. We will make sure that this which is a app, not a web. For internal load balancer, it is a app server. We need to connect app load, app load balancer. And select the subnet, which subnet is a private for the subnet one, private subnet. The IP address should be static, which is it has to be IP address. It has to be static. Whenever we are restarting the servers, it has to be static. It can't be a dynamic. If we get any issues, then it will be further problem. So here we can select any one of these subnets. Based on the subnet, we can give any clean IP address. So I'm giving 10.0.4.100, which is the IP address for clean one, which I have taken from it from this IP range. Under zone redundancy, click on the save. This is the load balancer for IP and backend pools. We have to give the backend pool. So make sure that's NIC. We don't have any VM for now, so I'm just creating this one, and we'll add later. So in the inbound load balancing rules as well, we need to create a app will be rules and make sure that we have to select both the front end and the back end rules. Here we have to give this Let's leave it. Port should be for load balancer, internal load balancer. It should be 3001. 3001 as a port. And we need to create a health probe. Probe it is also port. The probe is 3000. For the app health probe also, it is a 3001 port number, which is a VM of application VM, and save it. Health probe. After that, we need to create it, save, and outbound also leave it as default and review and create. We have created two load balancers. One is public load balancer, other one is internal load balancer. Here you can see this load balancer as well. Once it is getting deployed. Yeah, now you can see refresh after refresh. You can see the public load balancer and the internal load balancer from here. So now we have to create the virtual machines. So for virtual machines, we need to create total four virtual machines. Two is public virtual machines in zone one and zone two. Other is application virtual machines for in zone one and zone two, which is a highly available for the highly availability. So we are creating virtual machines. So now I'm creating a virtual machine for web applications. Resource group is book review resource group, and the virtual machine is web VM1. I'm taking as a one, and is central India, the availability zone and self-hosted. As I know, this zone one doesn't have uh, this VM Ubuntu server, so I'm making as zone two for VM1. For VM1, I'm taking as a zone two, which is available in zone two only, and I will make sure that security type is standard. And after here, I will take the authentication as password level, and I'm giving this username and the password, which you have to remember. So, while using this password, we need to log into this VMs. And this is a public virtual machine, so I am allowing this SSH2 port and leave it is like this. On the disk level, as this is a pay as you go, then I am using this standard SSD, which I am getting less less price for this, and I am also giving delete with the VM. When we deleted everything, it will be deleted based on that. So after the networking level, here we need to take the networking into this whatever the created we need. So we are making sure that it is under the same network VNet. So this is a public virtual machine. So we have to update as web public subnet one, and you will see this IP address. It will be created automatically because it is a public web subnet. So here in energy is a none. Okay, with this we need to enable it when public IPs are it will be cost for us. So it will be deleted when our resource everything is deleted, and yeah, make sure that everything is default, and go to the management level. This is nothing to. check it. And also here is this boot diagnosis level. We can disable this. But if you are enabling, then you will get a cost effective. So you can disable it for learning purpose and go to that advanced level. Nothing, everything is good. And we have to review it and create the virtual machine one. Everything is paused. So now I'm creating virtual machine one. This is a web virtual machine. Okay. Well, this creating, I will create one more virtual machine for web thing. I'm creating one more virtual machine for the web server, web applications. For highly availability, we need to create two different zones levels. So this is web VM2, okay, in the same central India availability zone. And initially we have created in zone 2. Now we are going creating in zone 3, which is a secondary zone for it. I'm going with the standard level and password as it is. Okay. This is public servers. I am allowing this SSH port. So this we will get the deployment recommendations where in the same region it is already same configurations it is running in the deployment Amazon zone level 2. But we need to ignore this because for a highly availability we need to create two VMs in different zones. So also this type is standard SSD and relative VM and networking level. As you know, the networking is the same as earlier. It is a book review VNet and it is a public subnet too. We have public subnet 2. Initially, we have created public subnet 1. Now we have to create public subnet 2. And we will create the same VM IP address for this virtual machine. And name is as none. And delete IP with the when we have deleted everything. And management level, nothing to touch here. And here we need to boost diagnosis disabled for cost effective. And we can go with the review and create. Okay, now we are creating the same. Okay, now WebVM2 is creating, and also we can create app VM1 and VM2 as well. Meanwhile, these two are created and it's running. Now we have to create the app VMs. So in the same in the resource group, we are creating app VM1 in the same region, and the availability zone is one. And here also same. There is no Ubuntu server in zone 1. Now I'm creating only zone 2 for this the standard security type. Here I'm using password level only. Okay, match. Now this is a this is creating under private subnets, so we have to disable the public inbound rule. We shouldn't allow this into the application server. Okay, on disk level we use standard SSD, same as networking. Here in networking level, earlier we created for web VMs, we have created for public subnets. Now this is the applications server, so we have to create a private subnet. Yeah, private subnet one. And for this can be a this should be none because for public subnet it can't be a public IP. So we are giving as none, and NIC is deleted and deleted. Okay, and everything is okay. Here we need to disable this. That's it. On review and create. Okay, create it. Okay, the same way we have to create the app server web VM2. In the same security group or resource group app VM2, same region and same available region. And now here we need to change it as zone 3. We have created in zone 1 the app virtual machine. Now we are creating in zone 2, zone 3. Sorry. And this is a trusted as a standard security level, and I'm using the same password login. This is a private application, so we are disabling this public in the group, so you can ignore this recommendation for that. And SSD as standard for low cost. Networking same, which is a private subnet 2. Earlier we created for private subnet 1. Now we have to create private subnet 2, and the IP is none. Public IP shouldn't be available. And NIC has to delete when it is deleted. The management, make it default. And the monitoring should be disabled for cost effective. Advanced and review and create. Create it. Okay. Now we have created total 4 virtual machines. Two is public virtual machines. Two is public virtual machines, and two is private virtual machines, which is used for web and applications. You can search it here. Virtual machines. Okay. One more is creating right now. Once we created virtual machines, and then we have to create the MySQL Azure. Now you can see refresh. After refresh, we can see the total 4 virtual machines. Two is a web virtual machines, and two is application virtual machines, which is not yet available for public. So that we don't have the public IP address. Here we can see the public IP address for these two, which is a public server. Now we have to um, attach these servers to the load balancers. So by creating an NIC network interface, or load balancers, we have to check it load balancer. For public load balancer, we have to backend loop. So backend loop, we need to check the health checks of the VMs. So we need to attach this backend loop health probes. Here we can edit it. and here we need to get into the VM level. After this, in NIC, this is public load balancer. For public load balancer,
Vishal, mute yourself. Vishal, mute yourself.
for public balancer, we need to update these public VMs, app and web and web VM1 and web VM2, which are running, and we can save it. And it is going to save. And the same as for internal load balancers, we need to attach that app backend tools to check the health checks, app virtual machine 1 and app virtual machine 2. This is a my internal load balancer we are attaching for private. After this, we have to create a MySQL server, MySQL database. Okay, health scope we can see it. Now we are creating the MySQL database. Azure database for MySQL server database. MySQL. Okay. Not flexible or here we can create the MySQL server, which is a advanced level, creating with advanced level. Here for the same subscription, we have to check the resource group, book review resource group, and make sure that server name has to available in our resource group, same resource group, and it should be accessed by each server app VM1. It has to be accessed from app VM1. Then it must be checking that checks. It has to be available. If it is not available, if you check web VM1, not web, like VM1, it should be unchecked. It has to be available. Server must be available. Okay. In Central India. Now I'm using this enterprise level. Enterprise level only we can see this zone redundancy, which is a high level availability. So I'm using this enterprise level load work type. Here I am taking as virtual availability zone as 2 for this. Now I have to authenticate this SQL server with the username, right? I will use admin, the password as well. Okay, and into the networking level, this database should be private. So I am using the private region. And here in VNet, we are using this review book what we have created for this, and it should be a private DB private subnet one. And this is it is automatically created the private DNS. Okay. On this as is okay. And review and create the database. And it will take 5 minutes to create the database. Once the database is created, meanwhile we will check this virtual machines by logging into it. We'll go with the virtual vision VM1. This is the public IP. I will take two sessions here for VM1 and VM2. SSH. Our username is Azure user. Great. IP address I'm pasting for VM1. And now I am able to access it. Yes. Now I am able to access the web VM1 by using SSH. Okay, which means network security is working correctly. Now I will update this. Initially, whenever we log in into the server, we have to update the repositories and everything. So I'm using sudo apt update and also upgrading the same. The same way I will do that in VM2 as well. I'll check the same VM2. Yes, so now I have logged into VM2 as well. The same way I have updated everything. Once it is updated. I'll check this, these two units. Okay. Yes, now it is one is updated and it still is going on. Now, now I have to install everything what we need for this project. So I'm installing sudo apt install git. We need to clone the project tree and npm it is a node.js. So we are installing an npm, which is dependencies we need to install for node.js, and also git nginx, which is a UI reverse proxy to this, and also yeah, that's it. I'm installing everything for the project. So for this, we don't need MySQL because this is a web server. From web servers, we can't connect to database level. So I'm not installing in database in this server. The same way for VM2 as well. Waiting for this, taking time. Meanwhile, I will check this database. It is updated in the source group. Now we can check this resource group. Here we can see database. Here is private DNS. The database is created. MySQL. Check it. Okay. SQL Server is still deploying. It is in progress. It is still going on. Okay, now it is done for both the servers. Now we need to clone the repository which we are deploying application. This is what we are deploying book preview application, which is a 3-tier application. So I'm cloning this into the both the servers. Git clone. The same in the second server as well. Clone. Okay, now the Git is cloned. Here we can verify it. Book preview application. Here we can see this backend and front-end and backend folders. This is a web application, so we can go with the front-end folder. Here we can see the list of JSON packages which is need to build by this. So here we need to install the dependencies of this project. Um, so first we have to check the we will install the dependencies and pm install where it will be install the dependencies of all Node.js. The same way we can go with this as well. We'll update the same npm dependencies. Yeah, it's the we can get the node module folder for this here. Okay, to access this, so we need to check the Nginx is running or not. Here we can see the Nginx is running. If you want to check, we can check it from UI as well with the web server public IP. So, actual mission public IP. Now Nginx is running on the VMs. Okay. Now we have to create this uh, environment vendors where we have to go with the backend application. So we are creating a .env file for this. So here we need to update the next URL or which URL we are need to pay get it. So how I noted everything. Here it is. Next public URL will be there has to be a public load balancer. So for this I have to edit. Yeah. I will take the public load balancer from outside. load balancer. This is a public load balancer. I'll check with the front-end IP configuration. Here you can see this IP address for load balancer, public load balancer. You can paste it here and save it. You can remove this. Save it. And after this, we need to run the build option. To run this build, npm run build. Is compiling everything in this project. Okay, now it is done. And the same way I will do it in the VM2 as well. Once the dependency is done, I'll create the same .env file as it is. And, on the building. Now it's done running the build, and now we have to create a Nginx default configuration. So initially I will remove this Nginx default config, and I will create a new configuration. And I will copy the same which is available here. This we need to change it. Okay. Okay. Initially we will have this internal load balancer, right? We will make it internal load balancer. I will hold the internal load balancer. Here IP. Here it is. internal IP. Saving it. Now I will test this in the next config file. -t. So syntax is okay and it is configuration also okay. Now I revert the same thing. I have reloaded it. Now I have to start this server. So after building this one, I have to process this in background. I have to install this pm2 sudo npm install -v pm2. Now you can see this pm2 is installed. Now I can start this pm2 start npm -hyphen name sub front-end one start. Now it is started. Now you can check with the pm2 status. The Node.js is started now. So you can check it by using public IP address for this. Okay. This public IP address. This VM2 public IP address. VM2 public IP address. Now you can see this in VM2. It is front-end application is created, but it is not created at backend. So we are now not getting anything books available like that. So we need to create the same thing in the VM1 as well. So now I've created this one. Checking this one, removing the default in the next file. In the next site available default. Now I'm making sure that writing same in the next site available book review. I will copy from it here. So that we see in the next site available. Is created as well. And I will make sure this has to create a symbolic link for it. Now you can see it has created a symbolic link for this. Okay. Now I will test the same pseudo units for a fail. Test fail because we need to remove this default thing. Open the after running there. Okay, now I will remove this. I'll create a new one. It's already available. So, and now I will start with installing the PM2. And I will do the same start PM2 start. One, front-end one, second one, start. Okay, I need to check PM2 status. It's status. Now we can check the same thing with the IP address VM1 IP address. Is VM1 IP address. So I need to reroute this engineering. I will check this. Everything is okay. I will reload this engineering thing. Okay, let me check here. Now the same VM1 and VM2 is having both UI is running now. So now we need to configure the app servers. So now we have to check load balancers for to load the UI. This is the public load balancer. I'm checking this IP address with this IP address. This is the IP address of the load balancer. I'm checking the load balancer. Now you can able to see the uh, application UI application from public load balancer. This is VM2, VM1, and this is public load balancer. Now we have to configure the backend. So from backend we need to log into the app servers. For that we have created a Bastion login, so we can use SSH Azure user and the private address of the servers. Private address. Here we can see the private IP address. This is your private IP address. By this, we can able to log into the app server securely. Yes, we have logged successfully to app VM1. The same way I will log into the app VM2 in the different server. So, and I will take the same private subnet for VM2 as well. This is the VM2 private subnet. Yeah, I log into both the app server VM2 and app server VM1. The same way I need to create the update repositories. The same way is here. Okay, now these two are oh, I believe these are cannot be connected to public thing because these are the private networks. It cannot be connected to publicly to get this update thing. So for this we can create NAT gateways to securely connect to the private servers. So we can create a NAT gateway for it. I'm creating NAT gateway. Book review and NAT gateway name is app NAT gateway to allow the app servers for same region and with the standard next. And here we need to allow this. What are the allow IP addresses publicly? So I will create one. I will create one addresses, not IP address. And save it here. And next, I will allow this servers. What are the servers to connect? Private and private IP address. Private subnet one and private subnet two. Then I will review and create it. This is the one we are seeing failure to fetch the data because of internet connectivity issue for the private subnets. So I have created a NAT gateway. Okay. So now I have created a NAT gateway. Now we can see this. We are able to run this command again. Now it is working fine. Due to it will I have created a NAT gateway to access public. So based on this NAT gateway, we can connect securely to the public private subnets or private servers. So that we can use the NAT gateway. Um, Now it's installing. So initially I have created I'm checking this MySQL server is created or not. Yeah, now here I can see this MySQL server is created. You can see the overview of this, and here it is the DNS of the SQL server. This is also created. Uh, okay, it is updated here for one server. Yeah, both are updated. So for app servers, we need to install Git, and also Nginx is sorry, install Git, Node.js, npm, and which is running in MySQL, right? So it has to connect MySQL client. So now I have to install the same. Anyway, Git, Node.js, npm, MySQL, client. This is also running. Meanwhile, for this, we can also create a replica as well. Here we can see the replication in overview level of my MySQL database. Here you can see the replication. From here, we can create a add replica for read only. So here we can see this resource group as well, and it should be mentioned in other different available zone where it has to be available. We can create it in availability zone 3 because primary it is available in 2, and we can give this app db. It will be in VM2 like that. Okay, this is we can create based on this. This is also private subnet database, and review and create this read, read replica of the MySQL server. And now it is updated. Okay. Here it is updated everything. Now I will clone the same Git repo. This is the Git repo. Yes. Here I can see the repository. Here we can see the backend folder, which is my source. Now we need to install the dependencies of this. Install. Okay, it's installed. Dependencies are everything installed. Now we have to create the environment variables to connect the database. So we can see .env file. Here we have the database configuration. So here we need to we have to update this DB host, DB name, and user passwords. So I will check this DB host. This is the DB host of my database. I'll update it. And username is Azure admin. The password is on its support number 1 So to connect the allowed origins, we need to give it internal IP address, I believe. We need to give the load balancers of this public load balancers. So I will allow this. I will take the public load balancer. This is the public load balancer. Is the IP address of the public load balancer. So we can use public load balancer is running on 8080. Okay. I'm saving this one. Now I will check the database manually, which will be connected or not. So I'm using MySQL. It's a command from MySQL with the host name. I'll paste it the host. I'll paste the database host, DB host, and I can use user Azure admin -d password. As the SQL server is connected, now we can see the show databases. So there is no database which we need. We have, yeah, in ENVFL we have created a review underscore DB. So we will create a same database review create database review underscore book review book underscore review underscore DB. So now you can show databases. So we have created the book review DB. Now if you use the book review DB, no show tables, we won't get anything until we have created this one. Now database is connected successfully. Now we will go back and we have already installed the dependencies. Now we need to uh, start this backend. So we can use PM2 for this. So for that we have created anything and dependencies created, right? Okay, now can use the PM2 to start. I believe PM2 is not available, so we need to we'll check it PM2. So PM2 is not found, so we need to install the PM2 sudo npm install fng PM2. This will be installed because of NAT gateway. It will reach us to public servers. Now PM2 is installed. PM2 start npm start PM2 npm start hyphen name, which is a backend. This is TNT, TNT, this is Node, right? Node, SRC, service.measures, and this is the name of DevOps service. Command not PM to start. PM to status. Now it is running this backend for this. We can also check the PM to logs for it. Sorry, PM to log backend. Lines. See, now you can see the database review, book review DB is connected successfully, and the database schema is updated successfully. Sample user added, sample book added, sample reviews also added. So now it is running on for the 3001, which we have created. So the in app VM1, the database is running correctly. Now we have to do same thing in VM2 as well. So now we have installed all the things. So now git clone. The same way I'm doing here as well. Cloning out from cloning to configuration. Now if you are able to see it, I believe the books also loaded in load balancer. You can see if I am refreshing from here. This is also loading because of one VM is already running. Okay. So you can see it will be serving the traffic from this VM. So it is running from this. Okay, you can see the incoming request came from here. If you click on, see, I am having this logs. Now, if I click on anything, you will get the see logs as well. So, able to, if you are able to log in also, you will see the error request everything in the same way. Here you can see the error, which is a not available user is not available. Okay, this is what it is one in one application that backend is running. If we stop this, then it will be immediately. If you want, we can check it as well. If you want, we can stop it. PM2 stop. Oh, it is backend. So now we stop with this one from backend. Now you can we can't able to see the books. If you refresh as well, home, you won't see the books because the database is not running. So for one server it is running, then you will get this. Now you can refresh this. So the same way we are doing the same second app server as well. Go preview app backend. So installing dependencies. Now everything is installed. Now go into .env file, environmental variables, and adding the same configurations. Removing this. Preview app on the Azure. So in public IP address, public load balancer IP address I'm adding, and I'm saving it. Okay. Now, the, now I'm restarting the PM2. Again, I'm installing the dependencies as well. Okay. Now I'm installing. There is no PM2 as well. I think we need to install the PM2 first. Okay. Now I need to start the PM2 as well. Okay. Now status. Now it is running. You can able to view this with the public IP, load balancer IP address. You can check this as well. Reviews. I believe we can able to register now. And the page. You can go over okay. The email address is okay. Yes, it's a registration failed because of we don't have the right permissions. We just have this. If you check the logs as well, icon lines. And PM for this. This is the backend only. PM2 logs backend to icon lines from to after to. See, you can get the logs as well. Here is what this means, logs policies. So we need to update the logs policies where these are the logs policies. Okay, we need to change it in non-mental variables. Here's the cross policy 3000. 3000. Okay, here it is HTTPS. Sorry. So we need to change it as HTTP because this is not a secure application. We didn't install the SSL certifications on this. So we are using HTTP. So I'm changing it to HTTP only. Again, now again I'm restarting this PM2 restart backend 2. Now you can see it is restarted. I am doing the same thing from VM1 as well. VM, EMV. So you can see this HTTPS, it is available. You need to remove that HTTP, and again you need to restart this. So it is restarted. Now if you go and check it here, or else I will keep the logs running for this. Okay. If I go on, click on again register. Now you have successfully registered login. So you can see this income request from this IP. Click on it. So if I create a login level again, 2, 3, 4. Now I can able to see myself as logged in. So this is the right operations also is available in this application, and it is serving two servers. You can view this. Okay, now you can go ahead and check any reviews or anything. You can add the review. Very good. Everything. You can submit the review and it will be updated initially. Everything. Or if you want to do anything like that, we can do it. This is what total 3-tier application as. So now you can see this. Everything is running from in the, from 3-tier level. So this is the pub, from public load balancer we can able to do it. Okay. Now if you have any queries, do let me know so I can clarify to you.
Bentley, we have not used the internal load balancer in this architecture. We have created it, but it's not used.
Sorry, sorry, I didn't get you.
The internal load balancer you have created, but it's not used.
Which one?
Internal, you have created two load balancers. One is public and another is private, internal.
Internal.
Yeah, it's not used in the architecture anywhere.
Okay.
You are using both backend server directly, not the internal load server, load balancer.
No, I have updated here in proxy level. You can see this in exit in web VM1 in Nginx
Mhm.
proxy. You can see it. It is in Nginx sites reliability available. Book review. You can see this is the proxy level where I have used it to which is internal load balancer 10.0.4.100, which I have used it here
Okay, okay, then it's fine.
for API proxy. So from
Yeah.
here it will get into the load balancer. So Nginx forwards to the private load internal load balancer. Okay. So I have updated
Yeah.
in the Nginx level.
Mhm. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for
It
raising
was,
this, and
yeah,
everyone
it's great
understand.
presentation. It's great presentation.
Thank you. Thank you. Is anyone having anything else?
Excellent. Well done. Oh,
Thank you, Manish Pandey. I literally want to talk to you. This is the first time I'm talking with you. Thank you.
no, really, it's a very good presentation. So,
You did
try to,
great.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hi, Manish.
You did very well. Well done.
Any
Thank you.
question? Any question from anywhere? Vishal. Hello, Vishal. Are you there? Hello, Abhishek.
हाँ sir, yes sir.
Yes. So, have you checked in your group? I mean, they have all done assignment 4, assignment 3.
I haven't checked yet, but we'll check soon.
Actually, people are not watching, not joining anything. So it means they have already completed, right? They don't need any help
Yes.
in particular for assignment four,
So
three
you,
assignment,
your
right?
voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
Okay. Just a minute.
Time to change the room.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah, it's fine now. Bro, should I stop the streaming?
Yes.
Okay.
If